This is a small video to introduce Siplock Shell. All of our contact information is here. Please review this small video, and if you have any questions about a project that you've got coming up that will be good for our system, please give us a call or an email and we would love to talk to you. This is a home built in North Georgia on the Chattahoochee River. As you see here, it's got a porch all the way around. You'll see how it's constructed with the Siplock system as I go through this small video. The panel we are using is a metal-faced structural insulated panel. It's extremely energy efficient, very strong, as you can see here. Has a metal face that doesn't support any mold or rot or termites. And once you put the panel in, it sheds water immediately because of the tongue and groove design that I'll show you in a minute. And there's just nothing that really compares. Here's the tongue and groove joint. We run the panel in most cases horizontally and it sheds water immediately. There's no need for house wrap. We just run a sealant along the joint, and you can have an extremely low air infiltration, very high R value, and can size your air conditioning significantly smaller than normal. Here's the columns going in and the panels that are inserted into the columns, and I'll show how that works here in a minute. That's how the panel is trapped within the I-beam. There's a clip system that goes on the outside of the panel and traps the face of the panel back under the flange of the beam. There's really nothing that compares to it in strength, speed, energy efficiency. The homes that have been built are just extremely energy efficient. They're passive house rated as far as air infiltration and R value, and there's very few other systems on the market that even compare. In this case, we just had a large angle bolted to the columns supporting a rim board or a ledger that supported this open web truss floor system. Goes in very simple and quick, and that's the envelope is built before the floor system, so you can actually erect the entire balloon frame and roof, shed water, do all of this type of work inside, out of the weather, subfloor will never be wet, etc. Here we are just flying in the framework with a crane and put all this together in a short period of time. There's the finished shell. It's an envelope, like I'm saying, and the interior framing is done after. This is the way the rafter to column connection is done, and it's kind of interesting to compare that to, you know, maybe 6 rafters coming down to a top plate with maybe 3 nails per rafter. Compare those nails to this. There's 6 bolts on the inside, 6 bolts on the outside. It's just incredibly strong. The clip you see there is where the panel is trapped back under the flange of the beam. There is no thermal bridging in the system. The face of that column, the red column below the bolts, is insulated with an inch and a half of rigid foam board, so there's no thermal bridging in the wall. Here's the clip system to I-beam. About midway up there you see a joint. That joint is tongue and groove with the tongue down. It sheds water immediately. Here's the finished project. This home has got a very small air conditioning system. The fellow that lives there actually lets the cool air in, and it goes out the clear story there at the top. So he lets the cool air in the morning and lets it go out the top, the hot air, and closes it all up, comes home from work, and it's still cool. Here again, it's Siplock Shell. Please call us with any project that you have. The system is very good for multi-story. There's very few SIP systems on the market that can go as high as we can because we're transferring the load to the structural steel. We can go 5, 6, 7 stories, multi-family, beachfront. Every home that's engineered is Dade County, Miami hurricane rated or better, and we are very confident that we can help you. Please give us a call, and thank you very much.